Who is that? Oh, it's getting closer!
You're here for Rockstars and The Simpsons, and you're about to get the good stuff. The backstage deals, the punk rock middle fingers, and the time Paul McCartney literally changed canon forever. These aren't just cameos. They're cultural time bombs that exploded on primetime TV.
That's why I ran away from home.
What? She's leaving home?
Wow, Paul McCartney. I read about you in history class. But where's your wife, Linda?
Right here, Lisa.
Let's start with the Beatle who held the Simpsons hostage. You know the episode. Lisa quits meat, gets ridiculed, then meets Paul and Linda McCartney on Apu's rooftop garden. Here's what most people miss. Paul only agreed to appear if Lisa stayed vegetarian forever. The writers said yes. David Merkin flew to London with meatless turkey to record with them. Paul still checks on Lisa's diet. According to Merkin, when they bump into each other, McCartney asks if she's still vegetarian, and he's always surrounded by 9 or 10 lawyers, so it's quite frightening. The backmasking gag kills me. Paul tells Lisa, if you play Maybe I'm Amazed backwards, you'll hear a recipe for a really ripping lentil soup.
Linda and I both feel strongly about animal rights. In fact, if you play Maybe I'm Amazed backwards, you'll hear a recipe for a really ripping lentil soup.
When will all those fools learn that you can be perfectly healthy simply eating vegetables, fruits, grains, and cheese?
They did it, bearing, oh, and by the way, I'm alive, as a jab at the Paul is dead conspiracy. This wasn't a cameo. This was permanent leverage.
Lisa, before you go, would you like to hear a song?
Wow, that'd be great.
Okay, take it, Apu.
I'm Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Man. I hope I will enjoy my show.
Who is that? Oh, it's getting closer!
Next up is the episode where Mick and Keith proved they're immortal and bored. Homer gets caught trash-talking his family on TV, so Marge sends him to rock fantasy camp. Guess who's running it? The Rolling Stones, plus Lenny Kravitz, Elvis Costello, and Tom Petty. The writers wanted Alice Cooper and Cheap Trick, but when they mentioned it to Jagger's people, he said yes and brought everyone with him. The Stones play themselves perfectly, effortlessly cool, completely over it. Jagger does his choreography. He tells the class, no matter where you are, you always say, it's the wildest town in the whole damn world.
Now, you're all here for one reason.
To rock!
Who said that? That's right, Otto. We're here to rock!
Chief Wiggum asks, so when you said it in Springfield last year, you didn't mean it? Jagger pauses. Yeah, sure I did. When Homer doesn't want to leave, Jagger says, it's only rock and roll camp. Homer replies, but I like it. By the way, this was the last episode animated with traditional cells.
So, get a good night's sleep, and remember, rule number 1, there are no rules.
Ladies and gentlemen, some new buddies of mine stopped by tonight. Maybe we can get them to come up here. How about a warm, flaming Moe's welcome for Aerosmith?
We're just hanging out.
Oh, come on,
What do you say we talk about? The first band to ever appear on The Simpsons? Aerosmith showed up fresh off sobriety, ready to rock Moe's Tavern for pickled eggs. Homer invents the Flaming Homer, cough syrup mixed with booze, set on fire. Moe steals it, renames it the Flaming Moe, becomes famous overnight. Aerosmith just appears at the bar. Steven Tyler passing out mid-conversation. Joe Perry being coherent. Here's the insider detail. In the original script, Moe offered them free beer, but the band said no. They'd gotten clean, so the writers changed it to free pickled eggs. Tyler still passes out, but from exhaustion. That bearded guy sitting with them, John Kolodner, their legendary A&R guy, the band insisted he be included. Hank Azaria flew to Boston to record with them in person. This aired to 13.26 million viewers and made The Simpsons cool for rockstars. They opened the floodgates.
There are several fine young men who I'm sure are gonna go far. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ramones.
I'd just like to say this gig sucks.
Hey, up yours, Springfield.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is one of the most punk rock moments ever animated. Mr. Burns throws himself a birthday party. He hires the Ramones. They tell him to go to hell. The episode is a Citizen Kane parody. Burns is obsessed with finding his lost teddy bear, Bobo. Smithers introduces the Ramones like classy entertainment. Burns leans back and says, these minstrels will soothe my jangled nerves. Joey Ramone immediately yells, I'd just like to say this gig sucks. Johnny then adds, hey, up yours, Springfield. Then they tear into a punk version of Happy Birthday. At the end, CJ shouts, go to hell, you old bastard. Marky turns, hey, I think they liked us. Burns' response, have the Rolling Stones killed. Smithers tries to correct him, but Burns cuts him off. Do as I say. The Ramones were obsessive Simpsons fans. Marky later called this a career highlight. Perfect punk. Loud, fast, hostile, gone.
Hey, I think they liked us.
Have the Rolling Stones killed.
Oh, sir, those aren't...
Do as I say.
What's up, Metallica? Need a lift?
We don't take rides from strangers.
I'm no stranger, remember this? Metallica rules!
Next up is Metallica. In a Godfather-inspired episode, Metallica's tour bus breaks down in Springfield, and school bus driver Otto desperately tries to impress his heroes. The entire lineup, James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, Kirk Hammett, and Robert Trujillo, voiced themselves, adding authenticity to the cameo. The humor peaks when Bart steals Otto's bus to drive kids to school, humiliating Otto in front of the band.
So what are you waiting for? Hop in.
Hop in what?
Look at me, I'm Otto. I'm 100 years old and I drive a school bus.
Kirk Hammett delivers the devastating blow. Hey, loser. We got a ride from a real fan. As they hitchhike with Hans Moleman instead, who claims he slept with Lars's grandmother. The band dramatically performs Master of Puppets while riding away in Moleman's car, creating an absurdly epic moment. Otto's subsequent meltdown leads him to spank Bart and get suspended. In 2007, Simon Crerar of The Times listed this among the show's 33 funniest cameos, perfectly capturing both Metallica's no-nonsense attitude and the show's ability to mock rock fan devotion through Otto's crushing rejection.
Hey, loser, we got a ride from a real fan.
I used to sleep with Lars's grandmother.
Never listen to our music again.
There's only one surefire way to get fugitives out of a foreign building. Blasting death metal.
Respecting the law, respecting the law!
What do you say we talk about the time Judas Priest had to correct the Simpsons' bad take on metal subgenres? When Homer becomes a movie pirate and hides in the Swedish consulate, the FBI deploys their secret weapon, Judas Priest. An agent declares there's only one way to extract fugitives, blasting death metal. And Rob Halford performs a parody of breaking the law with rewritten lyrics about respecting copyright law.
Copyright law! Copyright law! Copyright law!
The joke's classification of Priest as death metal sparked immediate fan outrage online. The producers brilliantly responded in the next episode's opening by having Bart write, Judas Priest is not death metal repeatedly on the chalkboard. Rob Halford later called appearing on The Simpsons the biggest thrill of his life, describing it as surreal. He found both the genre mix-up and subsequent apology quite amusing, calling the chalkboard correction a beautiful gesture. The entire controversy became part of Simpsons lore, showcasing how the show handles mistakes with self-aware wit.
You like this?
Swedes love death metal. It reminds us of death.
You told our agent this place holds 30,000 people.
It does. We had 30,000 here last night. Now play. The audience is getting restless.
We want Chili Willy.
All right, let's talk about the Chili Peppers showing up in their underwear and nobody being surprised. This is the season 4 finale. Krusty's show gets canceled. Bart and Lisa recruit celebrities for a comeback special. They find the Peppers stuck playing at Moe's Tavern, where Barney's drunkenly chanting, "We want Chili Willy." During rehearsal, Krusty tries to censor their lyrics. The band initially refuses. "Our lyrics are like our children, man." But when Krusty suggests changing "What I got, you gotta get and put it in you" to "What I'd like is I'd like to hug and kiss ya," Flea says, "Wow, that's much better." The real joke? The Peppers showing up to Moe's after party in their underwear. Moe yells, "Hey, you guys can't come in here dressed like that."
What's up, Mo? Hey, you can't come in here dressed like that.
To Krusty, the greatest entertainer in the world.
This is peak early 90s Peppers. The socks on cocks era, completely unfiltered. The show didn't exaggerate. It just documented reality.
Lyrics are the hardest part of songwriting. But when you come up with something meaningful and heartfelt...
Boring!
Can we agree Tom Petty was the chillest rock god to ever exist? In the same rock fantasy camp episode as the Stones, Petty teaches a class on lyrics. He's calm, patient, and completely anti-rock star. Homer and the gang shoot down his suggestion to write something meaningful and heartfelt. Homer insists, "Rock stars are supposed to be about drinking and getting drunk and boozing it up." Petty just yet lets it go. Because that's Tom Petty. His big line, "You don't need to be loud to be good." So simple, so petty, and so right.
See that drunk girl speeding down the street? Yeah! She's worried about the state of public schools. Boo!
Rock fans love it because it's the opposite of every rock god cliche. And coming from Tom Petty, it's gospel. This cameo is Petty treating rock stardom like a long road trip you just survive. No ego, no drama, just wisdom and a shrug. That's why he was a legend.
She likes to party, she likes to rock. Yeah! She prays that our schools don't run out of chalk.
How could I toss my friends out into the cold with no place to get liquored up? Hey, what's going on?
When Moe's Tavern went upscale and alienated his regulars, Homer opened an illegal bar in his garage, tricking R.E.M. into performing by claiming it was a benefit concert to save the rainforest. Michael Stipe, Peter Buck, and Mike Mills voiced themselves, performing their rapid-fire classic, "It's the End of the World as We Know It," while Homer enthusiastically butchered the lyrics. The humor peaked when Moe exposed the scam, revealing Homer's bar was actually a hunting club. An enraged Michael Stipe smashed a beer bottle, lunging at Homer before his bandmates restrained him.
To me, I already did.
But it's illegal. You can't run a bar in a private residence.
Bar? I see no bar. This is a hunting club, which is permitted by state law to serve beverages of a refreshing nature.
Hunting club?
You lied to us. Michael, no!
It's not the R.E.M. Amway. Stipe relented, declaring, "Let's recycle these shards and get out of here," perfectly capturing the band's eco-conscious image. The band later returned for Thanksgiving dinner at Moe's, with vegetarian Stipe providing a tofu turkey. Notably, R.E.M. requested their departed drummer Bill Berry not appear, using a session drummer instead.
That's not the R.E.M. way.
You're right. Let's recycle those shards and get out of here.
Buying this beautiful turkey, made entirely of tofu.
Tofu and gluten.
I'm thankful I ate before I came.
Oh, come on, Bart. Smell those curds. Curds.
Okay, we'll play Magic Bus if you tear down this wall.
Pinball Wizard!
Oh, hell, I'll do it myself.
The Who arrived in Springfield amid chaos. A new 939 area code had split the town into Old Springfield, the rich part, and New Springfield, the poor part, with a wall dividing them. Homer booked the band for New Springfield's grand opening, only to discover the venue was in Old Springfield territory. Roger Daltrey and John Entwistle voiced themselves, while Pete Townshend was voiced by his brother Paul Townshend. When Homer presented a set list dominated by Grand Funk Railroad songs, Daltrey appeared bemused by the superfans' confusion. After learning the feud stemmed from something trivial, the band pragmatically suggested speed dial as a solution. The climax showcased Pete Townshend doing what he does best, unleashing a thunderous power chord from Won't Get Fooled Again that literally crumbled the wall, reuniting Springfield. The Who weren't just performers here, they became problem solvers. Their legendary amp-destroying reputation transformed into the literal solution. Their self-aware participation made this cameo memorable. And that's it. 10 rock legends who walked into Springfield and left their mark. From McCartney changing canon to the Ramones telling Burns to go to hell, these weren't just cameos. They were statements. The Simpsons didn't tame rock stars. It let them be dangerous. What's your favorite?
Tell you, happy birthday, Burnsy. Happy birthday.
What are you waiting for? Hop in. Hop in what?
Look at me, I'm Otto. I'm 100.
Copyright law! Copyright law! Copyright law!
What's up, Mo?
Hey, Mo! Hey, you can't come in here dressed like that.
To Krusty, the greatest entertainer.
See that drunk girl speeding down the street?
Yeah!
She's worried about the state of public
Is
schools.
of a refreshing nature.
Hunting club.
You lied to us. Michael, no!
That's enough.